Hi, my name's Jennifer Green. I'm the current Director of Competitions and Young Women's Initiatives at Skills Ontario, but I'm also a licensed industrial mechanic millwright. When I was in high school, I was going down the university path into forensic criminology, and I had the opportunity for co-op and then OYAP, and I got the opportunity to try it. Cooperative education is for any career, whether it's university-based or skilled trades-based, but it gives you the chance to try it hands-on. I ended up loving it and went on to becoming a registered apprentice while still in high school as an OYAP student. The most rewarding part of my job at Skills Ontario is being able to provide opportunities, events, exploration, and competitions to students today to see where it will take them in their career opportunity in the skilled trades and technologies. My profession as a millwright, it was rewarding because I got the opportunity to solve problems, to fix a machine. Millwrights are known as the doctor of machines. If you are hurt, you would go to your doctor and they would examine you and maybe you get a cast and then you go to physio. That's my job as a millwright, and it's rewarding to troubleshoot and find the puzzle. I first got involved with Skills Ontario in 2005 as a high school student. I was accepted into the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program and was the first female apprentice signed in my school board. In 2008, in my third year of my apprenticeship, Conestoga College asked me to represent them in the Skills Ontario Millwright competition. At first, I said no. I was afraid of the stereotype. If I came in last, I wasn't helping women in trades. My teacher said to me, "We chose you for a reason. We believe in you, that you are capable and you can do this." I ultimately ended up saying yes, competed, won gold provincially and won silver nationally, and was the second woman to ever compete on a national level in the industrial millwright competition. This earned me confidence, skills, respect, and really helped launch me in my career. When I started, only 1% of women were in millwrighting, and today across Canada, it's closer to 3.5%. But when I started, there was no mentoring opportunities. There were no women's associations or women in skilled trades for mentorship. And I'm so proud to see what is across Canada today and what is available, because I really wish that I had someone like that to talk to about the day-to-day problems and what I ran into as a woman in skilled trades. I learned more in the training opportunities I had to be able to go on to compete that ultimately helped launch me in some of the aspects of my career. Companies and organizations know what it means to be a Skills Ontario competitor. To see that on a resume is gold, especially if you got gold, silver, or bronze. Being able to organize an event and work with volunteers and work with tradespeople and create programming and modernization of each skilled trade and technology, in the fact that we go from Skills Ontario, Skills Canada, up to World Skills, and making sure that students of Ontario have the opportunities to have modern and world-class competitions to prepare them in their career. For young women, it's about exploration and putting on events and hearing from mentors and people their own age. And for International Day of the Girl, we actually had girls aged 5 to 11 interviewing a tradesperson. So it was actually girls for girls. I recommend that a student consider a career in the skilled trades, as they are rewarding, engaging, and you always have the opportunity to do something different. I loved my trade as an industrial millwright because every day was never the same. In my field as an industrial mechanic millwright, you would go through an apprenticeship. There are day release programs or block release programs at a local college. You can complete your C of A through a certificate of apprenticeship, and then to actually become a licensed tradesperson, you would go after your C of Q, known as a certificate of qualification. It is the final exam to becoming licensed. As far as a high school student, you can start through programs like SHISM, dual credit, cooperative education, and the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program. As an industrial mechanic millwright, these careers are always in demand. What's really wonderful about them is that it's a red seal trade, meaning you can go from any province and territory and work as a millwright. So whether you are working in the automotive industry, the food industry, or something like Canada's Wonderland, all the machines still need to be fixed. The best piece of advice I would give to anyone, whether it's a student or an adult, is ask questions. Ask as many questions as you can. Find someone to talk to, because how are you ever going to know the answers if you didn't ask the questions? How are you going to know a career exists if you don't explore? How are you going to know what the day-to-day life is if you don't ask the questions? Ask as many as you can to be as knowledgeable as you possibly can be to make the best career decision for you.